once again, I increased the sales of my product by 1/3 by using a very, very easy passive free software, and you should be doing this if you're not already. So let's get into it. Hello, if you are new, my name is Karina. Welcome back to my channel where I post daily videos to help you with Amazon FBA. And today's topic is going to be another split testing topic. It's a very, very popular topic. I get messages about it all the time, and that is because it actually helps you increase your sales. And I posted a snapshot on my Instagram story, and I got a lot of messages asking what program I use, to go into more detail, to kind of explain how I actually do the entire situation. So I wanted to make an actual detailed video about it as opposed to just making stories. So this is in regards to your Amazon products, and there are several things you could split test. So split testing basically means comparing one version of something to another version of something and just changing one variable and seeing what actually happens when you change it. Your sales can go down, they can stay the same, or they can increase, which is obviously what we are trying to do. Now, I have had situations where my sales have gone down. I posted about that also, and then that's also good news because you know how to reroute and just change something and re-split test. So the software I have been using is the Listing Dojo. It's by Viral Launch. It's completely free, which is so cool, and you are able to test several different variables. You can test the title, you can test the images, the price, and the description. From my personal experience, I found that the largest two things that really contribute to most of the sales you're gonna get when it comes in terms of split testing is testing your main image or images in general, and then also your price. So those are kind of the things that I like to test for my products. And then I also, of course, make sure that my copy, when it comes to bullet points, description, is really good. If you have been watching me for a long time, you know that I really stress listing creation. And I mean, a customer sees your listing, it's literally the most important thing when it comes to actually like buying a certain product, because they can't actually touch the product. So I mean, listing creation is just something that's near and dear to my heart. And if you're a student in my Amazon FBA course, you know that every single module that like covers everything from A to Z, and then I really stress listing creation and how to make sure that your product really stands out more so than every other product. So, and split testing really helps you narrow down to it. So let's just take a quick look at my results right here. I have 4 bars. The gray one right here is the baseline, which means basically whatever you had initially. And then it gives you can test several different images. This is the image split test that I did. So the first image, then I have the second and the third. So clearly the second image is doing the best by far, okay? So baseline and the first image is actually the same. I just left baseline as baseline, and then the first image I put as the first image. So that's why they're exactly the same. There's not much test there. And then the only thing I changed, let's focus on the green bar, is the main image of the listing. And you can clearly see that is doing significantly better, okay? And this is just one variable, which is just such a shock, because if you really think about it, literally all I did is change one photo and you can see how much the sales increase, and that's just for literally one product. And you can do this, and you should do this for all of your products, and this is daily sales, right? So imagine if you have 5 products or 10 products, that's almost, it looks like it's like maybe 1/3 or 1/4 of the actual sales, right? That's, if you have a few products and you have that kind of a jump, that's pretty much like having a whole nother product without actually literally altering anything in your listing except for what the product actually is, which is the main image. And that's just crazy to me. And then the second thing you can do is actually split test with title, and I keep doing this on and off for my products. So sometimes one price will work really well, and then it will go down, and then you split test a different price and you find out that it's doing better. But you want to continue to do this, and you want to run these tests for at least 7 days a variable. So if you are doing an image, run the first image for 7 days, then run the second image for another 7 days. I just don't like to do it for short amount of time. You can do it in tests of like 3 days or 4 days, but I've tried that before, but I just don't think the data is advanced enough, because sometimes there are sales days that are a little bit higher than the rest. And for example, if you are selling, let's say like on a weekend, if you're doing a split test like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that might be different than, and then you start another one on like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Perhaps buying habits of your consumers are different around those days, so you don't really want to have that many variations. So I just like to do 7 days and then immediately another 7 days, so all the days of the week line up, and basically it levels out because you have more data as opposed to just doing a short split test. Now I do this for all images and it's very, very easy. Like, you literally don't have to do much. You just log in, you sync your account to Viral Launch, and then what you do is you select what you want to split test, whether it's the main image, the bullets, the title, etc. And you can actually split test a group of images. So if you don't want just the main picture and you want everything else to be tested, like the rest of your images, you can do that as well. I obviously, like, after a while, all your images are optimized and you think they are, and then I'm just focusing on split testing the main image. And by the way, the reason why I'm wearing a turtleneck is because I'm feeling a little bit under the weather and my voice is raspier than usual, so I'm trying to calm it with this herbal tea from Russia that supposedly has healing properties. So hopefully that goes away. But of course, because I have daily videos, I must do this because I have daily videos and I have to spread on the knowledge to you. But that's one way of split testing. I also have a coupon code for Viral Launch if you want to use any of their other paid features, such as like their extension or their product research. It's 30% off your first month, or you can get 10% off of lifetime. The code is down below. But if you're not already doing this, this is a free feature inside Viral Launch. You really should be. It's super easy to do. All you do is plug in numbers and then they send you email updates of like every time something updates on it. So they say in progress, split test, or like starting second image, and then you can literally see dramatic changes. So once you split test, let's say a main image, you know that that main image works. Like for example, what I did with one of my products is I literally split tested package designs. I did another video with another version of split testing, and I'll make another one later. It's for pig food, which is like real polls, and I have a discount code for that too below. It's so helpful. A lot of my people who watch this channel like actually went and used it, and it's really cool because you can actually ask real-time people if certain thing A is better than certain thing B, and you get real-time answers immediately. But I always suggest using them in correlation with each other because this one actually gives you actual customer data as opposed to like potential guesses. So what I did is I found out that my competition, unfortunately, based on pig food polls, they preferred the package of my competition to my package. I mean, it was a little skewed. It was barely like by a little bit, so I redid my package to hopefully look better than the competitor. And then I started getting sales, and then I ran this test and I split tested the different packaging designs of that I did, and it actually turned out that my original package was much more favored by actual customers than it was than the new package. And I thought that based on the pig food poll that I did, that my customers would prefer the new package that's more similar to the competition. But then actual data and actual sales showed, as you can clearly see by like 1/4 at least, that customers prefer, you know what they prefer? My original packaging. So what I did is I took that packaging, I'm gonna reorder that packaging now because I know it sells more, and I'm going to essentially just make the listing photo better. And that's really important, is to make the listing photo better. Like, you have to have really good graphics and everything, so you can kind of use this to tweak things around. If you have a few images that a graphic designer put together for you of the main photo of your product, then what you're going to want to do is test those variables, because honestly, as much as you think it's amazing and as much as your graphic editor thinks it's amazing and everyone says great image, you're literally never going to know until it gets into the eyes of customers. And I mean, I just know this from personal experience because, like I said, I literally asked a live poll of 50 people to tell me which image they like better, and they did not pick mine. But when I actually started getting real sales, it was lower for the image that the other live customers selected. So it's really interesting. Amazon is an interesting thing, and I always say this, that you never really know what the deal is until you get your product out there and then it starts selling. So that's just an interesting thing. So if you're not doing this, then go do it. If you are a student of my Amazon FBA course, then that is awesome. And if you're not, all the info is linked down below. I also have a one-on-one mentorship, a Facebook group, an Instagram, and of course this daily uploads YouTube channel, which you should subscribe to and click the notification bell. But other than that, I will see you in my next video.